guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to show you guys how I created this beautiful flawless look. Yes, it's flawless. I love how this look turned out using all drugstore products. So many of you guys have been asking me to create this drugstore makeup video. I want to say since I started content creating on Instagram and YouTube. Frankly speaking, I just never got around to doing it because I never owned a single drugstore product that I was madly in love with that worked well for my skin. Thankfully, through collaborations that I've had with certain brands, I came across a few amazing drugstore products that I am absolutely in love with, that have become my holy grail products that I will show you in this video. So many of you, like me, who are deeper skin tone, have a hard time finding drugstore products because they just don't carry our shades. And that's how I felt about drugstore products for a very, very long time, up until I had these opportunities where I was like, oh wow, the shade range is actually not as bad as I thought. So if you guys want to see what products I'm loving that are from the drugstore, that are so affordable, that are also amazing, then please keep on watching. So as usual, I'm going to start off with my eyes, and the palette that I'm using today is by e.l.f. Cosmetics, and it is the New Classics palette. The shades are so stunning, very earthy tones, and I thought it was perfect for fall. The two shades that I'm going to be dipping in for my lid color are Platinum and Opulent, just because they match my top. I'm also going to be dipping into a lot of the matte brown shades for my crease, and the outer V I'm going to try and do a smoky eye. We'll see how it goes. I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. I don't really have an exact makeup look planned, but yeah, I'm going to zoom in a little bit just so you guys can see how I do my eye makeup. So I already primed my eyes with some concealer, and now I'm gonna go into the palette, and I'm gonna take the shade Darling. It's a beautiful warm tone brown transition shade. This might actually be the first drugstore eyeshadow palette that I've ever owned. I wouldn't say this is like one of the most pigmented palettes I've used. It definitely isn't. The next shade I'm gonna dip into is Muse. It's this cool tone dark brown shade. I'm just gonna hit that in my crease slash outer V. If you guys know of any eyeshadow palettes from the drugstore that you love that are super pigmented, please do let me know. I would love to try something out. And finally, I'm gonna be going in with Noir. It is the black shade in the palette, and I'm just gonna smoke out the outer V of my eyes. Not bad. Not bad, not bad. The pigment's actually coming through. I did not expect it to look as pigmented as it does, and I may have just messed that up, but I will go ahead and fix it. Just gonna go in with my blending brush and blend the three shadows together. If I do feel like I picked too much of a darker shade, I'll go back in with the original shade, sorry, the original transition shade, and blend that right on top. I know it might look a little messy right now, but I'm gonna cut my crease, and when I use the concealer, it's pretty much gonna cover most of it up anyways. When you're applying blacks and darker shades, you always wanna start with very minimal product and work your way. Just because once you put that product on, you can't take it off. Super smoky. It looks good, but we'll see. So I just went ahead and cut my crease. I don't know why, I just cannot do eye makeup looks without cutting my crease nowadays. For videos at least, I don't know why. I just love it. But I'm gonna be going into the shade Opulent. It's this really nice minty sage color that I absolutely love. And it kind of looks gray a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and play with it. We'll see what it looks like. Ooh, okay, so pigment is coming through. Wow. I'm really, really impressed with this palette. It like literally matches my top. I am definitely gonna reuse this palette and this shade. It is so pretty. Wow. So I got Opulent on the lids, and then on the inside, the shade that I'm gonna go in with is Platinum. It kind of looks like the same family of shades, but it's a little bit lighter. It's more on the minty side. I can already tell I'm gonna be obsessed with this entire makeup look. Already my eyes are popping, and my lineup of products that I have for this look are just bomb. So just keep watching. I'm just gonna go in with Muse and a little bit of Noir. It's the brown and black shade that I used for the outer V. And I'm just gonna start blending that in to the green shadow, just so it looks blended. The mascara I'm using today is the L'Oreal Paris Unlimited Mascara, and it is waterproof, so that's amazing because it'll last all day and it's not gonna smudge or transfer or anything like that. For my lashes today, I'm going to be using the Kiss Lash Couture Triple Push-Up Collection, and in the style Garters. I bought these, I believe, from Ulta Beauty in the States when I was there. I don't know actually if drugstores here carry them. I do know Kiss is a drugstore brand. I believe Walmart does carry a few of their blowout lashes. I'm not exactly sure if these ones are sold, but we are getting an Ulta here sometime soon, so that's exciting. But yeah, I really like these lashes. They are super dramatic and just the way I like them. I am gonna put my lashes on off camera because I take freaking forever and I know they're gonna be moving around, so I will be right back. Now that the eyes are all done, I'm gonna be moving on to my face and complexion products. The first thing I'm using is obviously a primer, and the one that I'm using is the True Blend Base Business Skin Primer, and it is Hydrating by CoverGirl. My skin is on the drier side, and right now with the weather getting a lot colder, this primer will be perfect. It kind of looks like a cream. Smells really good and feels pretty thick in consistency. I love when my primer feels like it's a layer, you know what I mean? So I'm going to color correct today just because I do have hyperpigmentation around my mouth, and the one that I'm going to go in with is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the Orange Corrector. I wouldn't say this is necessarily a drugstore product just because you can't find it in Walmart or Shoppers Drug Mart here, but Clora's Beauty Supply does carry this product and it is very affordable. It's only $5, which is amazing compared to a lot of other color correctors. And I'm just gonna put it around my mouth and just underneath my eyes. I'm actually just gonna use my finger. For my foundation today, I'm gonna be going in with my absolute favorite drugstore foundation ever, which is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible 24-Hour Freshwear Foundation. And I am using the shade 510. Oh my god, I absolutely love this foundation. It is super full coverage, very lightweight, and long lasting. Honestly, what else can you ask for in a foundation? And I'm so happy that I had the opportunity to do a collaboration with L'Oreal Paris for this foundation, because I would not have come across this foundation. Frankly speaking, I've been so not motivated to find products in a drugstore because you don't really see them carrying complexion products for deeper skin tone individuals, and it's really hard to find complexion products of the right undertone as well, especially when drugstore foundations, there's only like 10 to 15 shades that they carry. But I love this foundation and highly recommend this. You guys will see in this video how well of coverage it gives. I know it's looking pretty golden on camera right now, so just bear with me. Once I add my concealer and contour, everything will look like it's my skin. I look crazy. Yeah, this looks very golden, but it does melt really nicely in the skin, so it'll be okay. It's all nice and blended, and the coverage is just amazing. For my concealer today, I'm gonna be using, this has probably become my holy grail drugstore concealer. I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear concealers, and I have 3 of them right here. If I'm being completely honest, these are a perfect dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape. The applicator is exactly the same and the coverage is exactly the same. It just looks freaking bomb and I love it. I have 3 shades here. I'm gonna be going in with the shade 415 Honey for my concealer. I'm gonna apply it on first. It is more of a natural shade. And then to highlight, I'm gonna be using 410 in Almond and 420 Cocoa for my contour. So as you can see, this is a fairly natural concealer. It may actually be a tad bit darker than my natural skin tone. You probably can't see that on camera, but I always put concealer around my mouth as well, just because it gives extra coverage to hide the hyperpigmentation that I have. And then I'm gonna go in with the shade 410 in Almond. And I'm just gonna put a little bit right down here on my nose. And finally, I'm gonna be going in with the shade 420 Cocoa for my contour. What I love about this shade is that it is super warm, so you end up looking so bronzy. I'm actually gonna go in with the other blender and just blend everything in. I always start off blending my contour just because you don't want to blend your concealer and then blend a darker shade on top in case it gets a little too dark. It's always safer to go the other way. And I'm actually gonna go back into the original sponge that I was using to blend out my foundation, and that's what I'm gonna use to blend my concealer. Just because the edges, I know my sponge is super dirty right now, so you can't really tell, but the edges are just perfect for blending out concealer and contour. It has a nice edge that you can use to clean up right over here. Just look at this coverage. Honestly, guys, don't waste your money on high-end concealers when this product exists. And then I'm just flipping the sponge over to the side that I used to blend out the foundation, and I'm just blending in everything together. Flawless. To set my under eyes, I'm going to be going in with the CoverGirl True Blend Minerals Loose Mineral Powder in the shade Translucent. Remember, you want to make sure that you're not creasing before you apply powder, otherwise your crease is just going to stay. You're going to make sure everything's blended out first and then pack on the product. I'm also going to set my mouth area because I do crease a lot here. So to bronze up my face a little bit, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Superstay Full Coverage Powder Foundation. I do use some powder foundations to contour and bronze sometimes, and I'm using the shade 355. It actually might be very close to my skin tone, but I'm not going to contour much today just because I did cream contour and I do want more of a bronzy look. For my highlight, I'm going in with one of my old favorites that I have not used in a hot minute. It is the Maybelline Master Chrome highlighter, and it is in the shade Molten Gold. I used to love using this highlighter like literally every day. And you know, once you start trying new products, you forget about your old ones. I just love the glow that this highlighter gives. Like, looks super like glossy and like wet. For my blush, I'm gonna be going in with the Milani Baked Blush in 02 Rose Doro, and it is this beautiful rose colored shade. I can't really even tell you if it's gonna show up on my skin because, again, I'm very tan, and this is something that I purchased in the winter a while ago. I love Milani products. Milani blushes, bronzers, highlighters are all so good. So I'm actually just gonna go in and complete my under eye with the e.l.f. Cosmetics palette. My makeup station is just all over the place. Literally all over the place. As I was saying, I'm just gonna go back into the e.l.f. eyeshadow palette and I'm gonna dip into Darling, which was the original transition shade that I used. And I'm just gonna blend that underneath all across. Next I'm going to be going into Muse, which is the darker brown shade that I used for my outer V. I'm just going to blend that on the outer corners. I am going to smoke out the lower lash line, but before I do that I'm going to go in with the shade Opulent, which was one of the lid colors that I used. And I'm just going to put that right in the middle. And finally, I'm going to take the shade Platinum, which was the lighter mint shade. I'm also going to take the shade Blanc, which is the white shade in the palette, and I'm going to use that for my inner corners. And finally, I'm going to go in with Noir and just smoke out the lash line, just on the ends. So I just added some under eye mascara and I'm also gonna go in with a nude eyeliner just because I love nude eyeliners, and one of my favorites is by Rimmel. It is the Scandaleyes Kohl 24-Hour Pencil in Nude. And now for my lips, I'm gonna be going in with one of my favorite lip liners. This actually is the first lip liner that I ever bought in my life, and it is the Annabelle Espresso lip liner. It is a beautiful dark brown lip liner that has always been my go-to, still is one of my go-tos, and I just love it. It is a dupe for MAC's Chestnut, same exact color, except it's not as creamy, it's more on the dry side, but I kind of love that because it doesn't transfer. I'm gonna be doing more of a nude lip today, so I'm gonna start shading on my lips. For my lip color, I am going to be doing a nude lip, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Paris liquid lipsticks in I Explore and I Empower. They both are two beautiful nude shades. One's a little bit more on the pale side, but I just want to mix them. By the way, these smell freaking bomb. These are a matte formula and super lightweight and not drying at all. They feel so comfortable. I'm just gonna go in with I Empower and just put that right in the middle. So pretty, oh my god, I love it. And lastly, I'm gonna be going in with the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Spray and Set Setting Spray. So there you have it, a full coverage drugstore makeup look. I am so obsessed with how everything turned out. I love my eyes, I love my skin, I love my lips, I love how everything turned out, and it was all using drugstore products. Can you believe? I'm so glad that I created this video for you guys, especially all of you who are around my skin tone or a deeper skin tone. You guys can find products in the drugstore. I hope my video helped a lot of you guys out. I know so many of you guys have been asking me to create a drugstore makeup look, and I just never got around to doing it because I honestly just could not find drugstore products that worked for my skin. This palette is the first drugstore palette that I've ever owned, and I just happened to walk in, see it, and liked it, and it's freaking amazing. Like, I love it. I love the pigment. Like, look at it. I would highly recommend it to you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did creating it. I would appreciate it if you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!